what's up, guys? This your boy Latino Drill. Coming to you live from the social media. I just want to talk to you guys about a little story of mine that what got me into gaming. Well, when I was about 5 or 4 years old, my dad came home from work and he bought this system. You know, I don't know what it was, you know, but I just saw him put some kind of a little cassette player inside the slot. And I was like, you know, what is it? And that was my first Super Nintendo that I ever saw in my life. And the game that he put in was Mortal Kombat 3. And when I saw him playing it, he was playing as Liu Kang, and he did some kind of I don't know what he pressed, but it made Liu Kang do a bicycle kick. I was like, what the hell, you know? Well, I didn't say what the hell, you know. I was just like, oh my god, and, you know, that was so cool. I was like, Dad, show me how you do that. And he was like, I don't know how I did that. But yeah, like, that was my first system, and actually that's how I really got into, like, you know, video games. Because from there on, he got me another one, which was Super Mario World, and then from there it was Killer Instinct 1 and 2, and you know, and then as I got older, my older brother, he was like maybe 15 or 14. He was doing some kind of a small little jobs. I don't know what he was doing, but then he got a PlayStation, and when I first saw that, I was like, oh my god, this game or the system, you know. And I was like very astonished about how it looked. And then the first game I played was Crash Bandicoot 2. Cortex Strikes Back. That was my first PlayStation game. You know, that was my first experience. I was like, oh my god, these graphics are amazing. This looks phenomenal. I was like, you know, shocked about all this, you know, what you could do with the system, and like, you know, what you could play as. And then it came to Crash Bandicoot 2, to what other thing? Crash Bandicoot Warped, Crash Team Racing. But that wasn't the only games I played. My little brother, he always wanted to play fighting games. You know, I was kind of like, I didn't want to get into it because, you know, like, you know, I was in a bluesing against him, but I don't know how he did it. You know, he always beats me in those kind of games. So the first fighting game that I played, or I'm sorry, the second fighting game I played, sorry about that, was X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Because, like, I remember going to a grocery store when I was living in Texas. I was like maybe 8 or 7, and my mom would go to the store called Handy Andy, and there was an arcade, you know, a little arcade machine, whatever, and that was the first fighting game I played, was X-Men vs. Street Fighter. And then, you know, when I first played that game, I was like, oh my god, you know, because I remember Ryu from Street Fighter 2, you know, back in my day, but, you know, back in the Super Nintendo days, and like, you know, when he did the Hadouken, I was like, oh my god, it's fucking huge, and you know, and then when he did that, when he did his, like, I guess they call it a super move, you know, and when he did that Shiken Hadouken, I was like, oh my god, it looks like a Kamehameha Highway from Dragon Ball Z, and I was hooked on that game too. And then it came to X-Men vs. Street Fighter, to Marvel vs. Capcom, to Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter Alpha 2, 3. What else did I play when I was little? Oh yeah, Spyro the Dragon. Man, Bloody War. Bloody War was my fight. I mean, I was always into fighting games. You know, that was just the way I was. Like Tekken 2, that was the first Tekken, the Tekken franchise. My god, my gosh, that game was, to me, it was amazing, you know, because that was actually the first fighting game that I actually kind of got into. You know, when I was playing Tekken 2, I remembering, you know, doing all these combos with Lee and Kazuya, and like, you know, I was like beating, you know, because my dad has some friends that worked with him, and their friends had kids, you know, so they would come over to our house, and we just like kind of hang out. And I remember just playing against them, and like, you know, they always beat them, and they always kind of get mad. And I thought I was pretty good at that game. And then I'm gonna kind of speed up the time. Around 2003, that's when I first got my PlayStation 2. My dad surprised me for the PS2 when I was, I think 13, I believe. Yeah, I was like 13 years old when I got the PS2. And the first game I got for it was Dragon Ball Z Budokai. That game was amazing. I didn't understand why Goku and Gohan's Kamehameha was yellow. I never understood that. When I was watching the show, I thought it was blue. And I was like, how come Cell has the blue Kamehameha wave and Goku and Gohan has yellow? I didn't understand that. It is what it is. But, I was playing that along with, the Devil May Cry. The first one was pretty good. Devil May Cry 2, I didn't like too much. Devil May Cry 3, my God, that just blew me away. With all these fighting types you can pick: Gunslinger, Trickmaster, Royal Guard, Doppelganger. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Before the special edition, the first one was like hard as hell. Because like the difficulty was kind of, I think, opposite. What I was reading about it, like normal was actually hard, and hard was actually very hard. Easy was actually normal. And my God, did I die so many times in the game. And when I got the special edition version, they put Virgil in it. And when I played Virgil, oh my God, that dude was broken as hell, man. But I was doing all sorts of combos, and man, that game was amazing. And from that standpoint, like, I think the other game I used to play for the PS2 was Jak and Daxter. Jak and Daxter was my game. I didn't really play the other ones. I don't play the first one because the first one was just like, man, I just got hooked on that one. And from there, I played Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Mortal Kombat Deception, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. I didn't really like Armageddon because like everybody had kind of the same fatality, because the whole Kraid fatality. I didn't really like that too much because like everybody was pretty much doing the same thing, and I would kind of understand that it would take forever to put, to have every single character with their own fatality. I know that will take forever, so I'm gonna kind of speed up the process a little bit. PS3, oh my God. I got my PS3 when I was like, I think I was like 17. Yeah, I was like 17. 2007, my dad got me a PS3, And I will never forget it because like I got the PS3. I think it was a 60 gigabyte, and my dad told me that I could only get one game, and that's it. So the only game that I could get, at that time, that I think when it came out, was Street Fighter V. And man, when I first played that game, I was just astonished about the graphics. I was like, oh my God, this game's kind of amazing. And then, the only anticipated game that I was waiting for was Devil May Cry 4. Because that game, man, when I was playing that game, that was awesome. I swear. Because I didn't understand, like, I like, when I saw Devil May Cry 4, I saw this other guy. His name was Nero, and I was like, why the hell does he look so similar, so similar to Virgil and Dante? I was like, is this his cousin? They didn't really explain how Nero became in that game, or, how he got that double arm. I didn't really understand that, but that game was awesome too. And from that point, it was like, God of War 1 and 2 that I played back in PlayStation 2, and then God of War 3, when that came out, it just came, oh my gosh. That game was, man, it was just awesome. I'm sorry guys, this is actually my second video doing YouTube, so like, just bear with me, I'll try to get with it, or try and get the hang of it. Let's see. When I really got into fighting games was, it's actually kind of funny because it was Job Corps, actually. Job Corps was pretty much like this little schooling thing that it's, you get your education, you get fed, and you sleep there for free. Everything is free because the government pays for it. And when I got there, I saw this group of guys. They were playing Tekken 6. And I kind of remember playing Tekken, you know. But when I was playing this Tekken 6 one, oh my god, I was getting my ass whooped left to right. Man, because I was like, what the hell is all these bounces and these wall combos and these juggles? And I was like, what the hell, you know? I didn't want to play anymore because like I was afraid to get my ass whooped again, overs and overs and overs and overs. And so I kind of sat down and just like practice, just practice, people. That's all you gotta do, just practice. Learn how to play this game. Look up videos or whatever. So that's what I did. You know, I practiced and practiced, and I got decent. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I got good with the combos. I understand the, you know, the mechanism of how to play the game or whatnot, and you know, the only character that I got really into and stuck with was Lars. That dude is like fucking solid entry, and his, you know, his blue gold, all that, you know, that's just something about him that really got me into him, because he's like very fast, and you know, and then I remember when a friend of mine named Samuel, because like my other friend that got the Xbox was my friend James. You know, he's the one that had the Xbox 360. So we decided, like, all of us just a picture to take a tattoo. We got taken tattoo, and man, we just had a blast. We were just playing and you know, after I graduated from Job Corps, you know, I still stuck with getting into fighting games. You know, watching, you know, other YouTubers like talking about fighting games, and like hearing about Evo, saying that you could go to Evo and you play against people around the world. You know, competitively. But you know, I mean, I want to go to Evo, but the thing is, you know, I'm way out of my league. I mean, I'm decent at fighting games. I'm not the best. I'm not claiming I'm good at fighting games, but right now that's what I'm into. Right now is fighting games, and you know, I got a PS4 not even like a month ago, I would say. So you know, the only games I'm only looking forward to is Mortal Kombat X and Street Fighter 5. You know, that's the only two fighting games I'm really. Oh yeah, and Tekken 7. I'm also waiting for Tekken 7. So I mean, yeah, I mean, that's my gaming history, or you know, just a little video of, you know, what I'm talking to you guys about how I got into games and whatnot. So go ahead and tell me what's your favorite fighting game, or what's your favorite game in general, and why do you got into it? Leave the comments below. So just, you know, subscribe to my channel. So this is Latino Joe out.